Hi, friends. It's Jay Lobos, your credit specialist, entrepreneur, and financial advocate, consumer advocate, individual. And today, I wanted to talk to you guys about robocalls, how annoying those calls could be, what could we do to protect ourselves, and a couple of tricks and tips, sites that I'm going to go ahead and give you so that you guys could get yourself out of there and you could stop receiving those annoying phone calls. So stay tuned. So first things first, I actually went ahead and we have an article. I wanted to let you guys know I have a blog that we're creating. We're putting that in our website. So if you're relatively kind of new to this channel, please think of subscribing, likes. If you guys could go ahead and also leave some comments, even topics. I would love to go ahead and discuss, answer some of your questions. And today, obviously, I wanted to talk about robocalls just because there's a couple of clients that go ahead and call us. Who's still listen? I'm receiving these phone calls. I don't know what to tell them. I entered this program. I don't know what to tell these people. What information do I disclose? And this is one of the stuff and things that is very common, not only through the credit repair process, but even when you're not. So sometimes we do get those annoying phone calls. You got to keep in mind that some of this information is really just automated. That's why they're called robocalls, right? So sometimes you're getting some sort of phone call. You don't know the number. You tend to pick up. If you do pick up, then it'll either get some sort of representative on the line. Some of these calls are actually legit. I know hospitals have them, some government agencies. We even get text messages for certain appointments, which is cool. And that's okay. But when obviously we're being solicited, then there's people out there that might be fishing for information. They might literally be out there, just trying to get you to either, give them some of your personal information, which could compromise your identity. And obviously, this is where things and tools that I also want to highly encourage and recommend, such as credit monitoring tools or identity theft protection tools as well. But going back to what do we do when we get this phone call? Let's say an example. We go ahead and get a phone call. I pick up by mistake, and I automatically realize either by listening or hearing, or maybe it is some sort of collection agency, and I go ahead and hang up. Do that. My suggestion is if you go ahead and pick up, if you are going to pick up, keep in mind that by the FTC, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, there's privacy acts, telephone practice acts that protect us as consumers, and it's in our best interest that any time that anybody wants to, first off, call me to try to collect any funds, they better go ahead and send that junk in writing, which is really important. That's a key topic when it actually comes to either disputing, either getting something, documented, because at the end, we don't know who these people are. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link on this video, which is actually through the consumer of the FTC.gov website, which you could literally go ahead and write your information or details, and you could X yourself out from this type of soliciting type of phone calls, and for up to a year. So, which is pretty cool. And that's obviously something that it's not going to take so much of your time, so much energy, but it could go obviously a long way. The last thing you want to do, and again, I talk to my clients about this, is get into a program like ours, or if you're looking to have healthy credit, somebody calls you, you provide your name, you provide information that could literally hold you back from using or extending the extent of rights that we have as consumers because of it. So again, never provide any information. You want everything in writing. If they tell you that they want to go ahead and confirm something, whatever information you have on file, that's where exactly you're going to use, and you're going to send me the information. So sir, but I just want to find out I want to validate your address. Ma'am, sir, whatever address you have on file, that's where you're going to send that information to. So obviously, don't provide any. Sometimes they even have basic information. Again, they're fishing for information. Sometimes there's actually we use a dialer right now that when we call out, instead of it actually being a 1-800 number, this is another way people are actually being caught and obviously being fished for information. The phone number might register a local area code. I use a system called Fast PBX, is a telephone company, and they provide a service where when I call somebody, I could literally use the area code from where I'm calling. So if I'm in Florida and I'm calling New York, guess what? The New York number comes up, I pick up, and then this is where they're able to either get us. So one thing, if you do go ahead and pick up, again, hang up immediately. Don't press any keys. Don't give any kind of verbal commands, any kind of verbal information. And from there, obviously, if you do pick up, let them know to send you everything in writing. Don't admit to anything. Do your research. Do your homework. If you have any kind of questions with regards to what to do, if you know how to stop these calls, obviously on this link, I'm going to go ahead and put the consumerftc.gov website. Obviously, detailed in there for scams and alerts to try to go ahead and get you removed and off so that these people don't continue to solicit you. Now, let's go ahead and also remember when dealing with creditors, do not verify any information over the phone, including your name. Tell them that you want to deal with everything in writing, and you want to go ahead and get what's called a debt validation letter. So if it is a collection agency, if it is a creditor, if it is even legit, because obviously it's yours, and again, we're not saying not to pay your debts because we want to, but we only want to pay things that are mine. I want to make sure that what I'm actually going to go ahead and pay off is accurate. So you want a debt validation letter. And again, under the Fair Debt Collections Practice Act, consumers can demand that a creditor reporting information to the credit bureau proves the account is your responsibility, the balance is accurate, and that the collection agency has legal right to collect for that debt. And this goes back to another key point. Guys, if you have debt past a statute of limitation, very simple, don't pay it, because first off, it's a business. The original creditor already put that as a tax write-off, so they took it off their books, tax deduction under the state. Then it got sold to a collection agency, and by that time, if they were not able to collect in the appropriate amount of time, the law says that they cannot sue you, they cannot garnish your wages, they can't do a bank levy. So the way that I go about it, since obviously you guys might, I'm in Florida, so for us it's 5 years. Go online and put statute of limitations on debt, and then put your state, and then it should tell you. Some states are even up to 3 years. So after 3 years, if that creditor, that collection agency has not subpoenaed you, hasn't taken you to court, they forfeited their rights. They haven't done a garnishment of wages, a bank levy, they forfeited those rights. So my suggestion is in your best interest to look that up. Again, always do your homework, do your research, and again, do not or give out or confirm any information over the phone, such as credit card numbers, bank account numbers, social security, definitely not. The only times that I'm doing things like that, and again, the validations are usually different, is when I'm talking to my bank. As a matter of fact, yesterday, my debit card was blocked, and there was validation information that the lady needed in order for her to unblock my card. And it required card information, physical information that I'm holding in my hand. Again, there was social security, but again, this is a place where I called. I knew that the number and back of my debit card was, I'm calling Chase. We don't know where these people are calling us from. So even though they're saying, yeah, I'm so-and-so, okay, cool. You know what? Let me go ahead and call back number, do my research, and if you want to go ahead and handle that debt, if you want to go ahead and try to remove it from your credit, if it is even reporting on your credit, going back to credit monitoring. Log into credit monitoring, make sure, because that information might not even be on your credit report, and they're calling you trying to collect, they're trying to threaten you. Obviously, you have rights. So this is where we don't want to go ahead and share any information, personal information, social, things like that. It's easy for scammers to trick you in believing that you owe debt and will make attempts to collect for payments. This is also an easy way to become a victim of identity theft. Again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this this article which is a blog on our website. It's going to be www.buildworthstrategies.com. There's a section. It's going to say blog. Click on that. Review it. Empower yourself. Embrace the information, because this is real good stuff. Again, I'm out here to try to share as much information, to try to help out as many people as possible, the way that I've been able to influence not only my team, but also my family. So I hope this was very informational. Check out the links. Again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and I'll come back to you next week with another topic. So I hope some of you guys go ahead and put some comments in there that I could go ahead and just research stuff and bring it back to you guys. Take care.